YouTube, we are back at it again. This is episode 8 of the team-specific mock draft. Welcome to Mose Knows. I am your host, Mose. If you've been with me in this series so far, you know that we are doing team-specific mock drafts, and we are following the 2021 NFL draft order. Today, I have the pleasure of sitting in as the resident GM of the Carolina Panthers. So without further ado, let's jump right into the draft. We are using the draftnetwork.com. We're going to select the Carolina Panthers. We're going to do 7 rounds, only picking for Carolina. And we want the draft speed to be fast. Let's get started. All right, the draft board fell how we thought it would. Let's take a look at some of our needs first. Quarterback, tackle, corner, tight end, linebacker, interior O-line, corner again, interior D-line. They released Kawan Short, so yeah, that's an option. Running back, maybe not really a need. We have Christian McCaffrey. I know he's coming back off injury, but we do have CMC. Maybe we want to get a guy to back him up, but if we do that, that won't be until later on in the draft. Edge, again, I see that that's at the back end. We have Brian Burns, but we probably want to get somebody opposite him to, take some of the heat off of him. But let's see where we are right now. Quarterback is in need. Y'all know I'm not high on Trey Lance. Y'all know I'm not really feeling Trey Lance like that. The level of competition. He only played 1 game this year. Yes, he does have the physical gifts, strong arm. He's mobile. He can maneuver in the pocket and escape, scramble, pick up some extra yards. So that's good, but I'm worried about, his processing speed at the next level. It's good to have a strong arm, but can you be accurate? Can you throw with touch? Can you fit, the ball? Can you place the ball into tight windows? It's going to be different from the college game, especially in the NFL. Compared to the conference that he played in. So I'm not 100% on drafting Trey Lance here. Could this be a trade down spot? Absolutely. I was hoping Kyle Pitts fell to 8 because that would be a great addition to this offense. We got the wide receivers. We got the running back. I think Teddy Bridgewater is a good bridge if we maybe get Trey Lance later or maybe another quarterback later in this draft. And then you throw Kyle Pitts into that offense, kind of, replacing the role of Greg Olsen. That would have been awesome. But I'm going to go with replacing another player on this team. This position is a need. We have a guy here who's decent, but when we had 3 guys at this position, this defense was rocking. And we haven't been the same since we, lost Luke Kuechly, and since Thomas Davis left. So why not look to beef up that defense? And you're not going to get Luke Kuechly level production right away. You're not going to get that. Can he develop into that? Possibly. He's the best linebacker on the board. And I think you can't go wrong selecting him here. Give me Michael Parsons at 8. I'm going Parsons right here. Give me the linebacker. And we going to wait until our pick in the second round, 39 overall. Let's see where we at. Let's see what we're looking at right there. Okay. Tackle is a need. I believe both Russell Okung and Taylor Moton are impending free agents. If that's the case, you may be able to bring back both. You may be able to bring back one. You might not be able to bring back either one of them. So you want to get yourself, offensive line help to protect whoever the quarterback is and continue to open up holes for Christian McCaffrey. Some mock drafts, I've seen Liam Eichenberg being taken in the first round. I took Liam Eichenberg in the first round in my full first round mock draft. I mocked him to go to the Indianapolis Colts, and having him replace Anthony Costanzo, who retired, and getting that offensive line, back on track. So it's possible that he could be taken in the first round. If he slips to the second and if he's available on the board for Carolina, I don't see why you wouldn't take him here. He's a day one starter at the tackle position, whether you want to put him at left or right. And again, you want to be able to protect whoever the quarterback is. So I'm going to go Liam Eichenberg at the top of the second round here. Moving right along. Wait, he's still on the board. He's about to go soon. Why is he still here? Is something I don't know? Okay, he just went off the board. In the third round? That's not going to happen. That's not going to happen. Talking about safety, Trayvon Mulberry out of TCU. Probably the best linebacker, best safety in this class. And he was on the board until the third round. No way. No way. All the quarterback. Oh! We need a quarterback. Kyle Trask is still on the board. Some people have Kyle Trask going in the first round. Some people have Kyle Trask as their fourth or fifth best quarterback in this draft. Is it unreasonable to take Kyle Trask here in the third round? Absolutely not. Because I feel like there is a team that loves him enough that may reach and take him in the first over a guy like Trey Lance and over a Mac Jones. And if they don't take him in the first, I'm sure there's a team who's going to try to trade up and get him in the second. But he's still on the board here in the third, and we need a quarterback. And we can keep Teddy Bridgewater, and no pun intended, allow him to be a bridge until Kyle Trask is ready to step in and assume the role that's a no-brainer for me. Kyle Trask, third round. That's great value. I'll take it. Didn't even have to think. I'm glad I jumped over to the quarterback position. Look. Let's see. All right, fourth round. Let's just kind of get reacquainted with where we are. We've taken linebacker Michael Parsons. We've taken offensive tackle Liam Eichenberg. And we've taken quarterback Kyle Trask so far. Corner is still a need. Tight end is still a need. Interior O-line is a possibility. Edge rusher is a possibility. We got Victor Dimukeji on the board. Per my notes, safety is also an option. We have Paris Ford. I like that. Israel Mukuamu from South Carolina. 6'4", big guy, he's here. We need interior defensive line. Marvin Wilson is here. We have Derek Brown, but we had Derek Brown and Kawan Short. We moved on from Kawan Short, partially because the salary cap is going down. So we needed to get rid of that contract and, save some money on the book. So that's understandable. A lot of veterans, especially older veterans, making big money in the later parts of their deals are probably going to be cap casualties because of the decrease in the salary cap. But we can replace, that body, with somebody like Marvin Wilson. So a lot of options here. I don't think running back is a need, but if you want to get somebody to spell Christian McCaffrey, Trey Sermon is here. He stepped up big in the college football playoffs, so that's an option. Interior O-line, we can use guard. David Moore from Grambling State is here. Man. See, that might make me, do some trades here. kind of move some things around, get some more picks. There's a lot of guys on the board. There's a big drop off in tight end this year. Kyle Pitts is the clear number one. There's no debate. A distant second is Pat Freiermuth, and then after Pat Freiermuth, it's a complete drop off. There are some viable guys here, but there's a complete drop off in the tight end pool this year. It's usually not a deep pool of prospects in any given year. There's usually about 2 or 3 really, really good ones, and then others who are just role players. So that's not anything out of the usual. So do we want to go corner, edge, safety? I love Paris Ford. I think he would be great in this defense. Israel Guamu is definitely the opposite of the speedster you got on the other side. Dante Jackson, he's what, 5'10", 5'11". Guamu is 6'4". So it's definitely a contrast to not going with a particular mold. But I think Mukuamu is a little bit of a project. He's going to need a defensive coordinator that's really going to tap into his potential and get the best out of him and help him develop. There's a lot more edge talent. I mean, Tariq Thompson is here. Talanoa Hufanga, I believe, is probably going to go higher than the 4th round. On some draft big boards, he's the 3rd or 4th ranked safety. James Wiggins, Caden Stern. I really like Paris Ford, though. Let me see what my edge guys are. KG, Patrick Jones, Sample, Hayes, Weaver. It's not listed here, but safety is a need. Now I know they drafted, who's the kid that they drafted last year? I see his face. I wanted the 49ers to draft him last year. He played really, really well for them, and his name is escaping me right now. They have him listed on the depth chart as a linebacker, and he plays definitely a hybrid role, linebacker, safety. They might keep him more in that box linebacker role. So back in safety, somebody playing that deep third is definitely a need. And with Paris Ford on the board, I can't pass up on him. So I'm going to go Paris Ford, safety out of Pittsburgh at 113. Look to get one of these edge rushers later on. Hufanga still here, Tree Sermon still here. And we are almost back on the clock at 152. Okay. Edge. Chauncey Golson is here. Jonathan Cooper is here. Corner, Kerry Vincent Jr., Bryce Thompson are still here. Don't need a receiver. Shakur Brown is here. Deommodore Lenoir from Oregon is still here. Let's take a look at interior linebacker tackle. Ooh, Kendrick Green from Illinois is still here. That might be a good pick. Fortify that offensive line at that guard spot. We may lose both Russell Okung and Talanoa. I see 1 or 2 tackles that I would get later on in the draft, but not right here at 152. So we'll definitely keep that on in the back of our mind going forward in the draft. Trey McKitty is still here. Might be a little early for him at this spot. But if we wanted to get a tight end to bring into the system, I feel like he would be a good fit. And this is a good value for him here. We still need to take a look at corner. I think this is good value for Kerry Vincent Jr. and Shakur Brown. For what they provide, I do like Kerry Vincent a little bit better than Shakur Brown. Yeah, let's go Kerry Vincent Jr., corner out of LSU. I like that. Let's see Kendrick Green right after that. I knew that was a good thing in that spot. I knew that was a good pick at that spot. And see Trey McKitty's going to. Okay. Let's see two. Tight end, interior O-line is still in need. We got our safety, got our corner, got our linebacker, got our tackle. Again, there's a couple names on here that I like for a tackle later. Kitty's gone. Okay, interior O-line. We do have Jack Anderson from Texas Tech. Jimmy Morrissey from Pittsburgh is here. That might be a little too high for him in this particular spot. We have any tackles that are probably going to project more to interior O-line? Maybe Brandon James, maybe Larry Jackson, but those are guys who are for tackle later on. So we need edge. A couple guys here. Shaka Tony, Patrick Johnson, Joshua Kando, Chris Rumpf. But for the value and what he provides as an edge rusher, I like Shaka Tony a lot. And if he's still on the board for the Panthers at 185, I think that'd be a good pick. So let's fill out that edge need with Shaka Tony out of Penn State. And we are back on the clock at 195 here in round 6. Interior didn't change much. 195. What is our next pick? Our next pick isn't until. Oh, we don't. This is our last pick. Gats, Batman. Okay. So I'm going to take my guy now. And this is definitely a little bit of a reach. But yeah. It's possible that he can go earlier. And again, you always need help on the offensive line. And I mean, I can go either one of these guys for real. I like a Larry Jackson a little bit better, but you can go Braden James from Nebraska also. Again, you can play them at tackle, depending on what happens with Russell Okung and Taylor Moton. If you bring back one, if not both of those guys or neither of those guys, you can slide him in the guard as well. I'm gonna go with Larry Jackson. I just from what I've seen, I like him a little bit better here in the 6th round. It's not too much of a reach. You know, it's a lot of guys here who could go at any point, either earlier or later. Just because there's so many names and so many different teams have so many different philosophies. And if you look at draft big boards, there are some guys who some teams may have rated as a second or third round talent. Another team may have that same guy rated as a fifth, sixth, or seventh round talent and won't touch him. So that is the crapshoot. That is the NFL draft. And that will complete our draft picks for the Carolina Panthers. So let's go over these picks here. We have 7 picks in this draft. So with the 8th overall pick, Carolina Panthers select linebacker Micah Parsons out of Penn State. In the 2nd round, pick number 39, we take Liam Eichenberg and we can slide him into one of those tackle spots. We got a gift in the 3rd round with Kyle Trask, selecting him number 73 overall, quarterback out of Florida. We fill a safety need with Paris Ford out of Pittsburgh at 113. At 152, we fill a corner need with Kerry Vincent Jr. out of LSU. At 185, we fill an edge need with Shaka Toney out of Penn State. And with our final pick, number 195 in the 6th round, we take offensive tackle Alaric Jackson. Again, if we need to, push him inside to guard, we can do that. If for some reason we're not able to re-sign or don't want to re-sign Taylor Moton and Russell Okung, then now we have, 2 young tackles, that we can plug in on the left and right side, and hopefully build them up to be solid for us for the next 5 to 10 years to come. And that's going to do it. That's going to wrap it up for episode 8. Carolina Panthers fans, hit me in the comments. Let me know how you like the draft. Let me know if you didn't like the draft. If it's something that you would do different. Obviously, with 7 picks and maybe a few holes that need to be filled, trading out of that 8th spot or that 39th spot in the 2nd round could be a viable option to acquire more draft capital, to fill more holes, and to bring in more talent. If you would stay with 7 picks, but maybe do something different in these rounds, let me know. Drop a comment below. The feedback and the insight that I've been getting from fans for their teams has been incredible. Keep that up. I love reading those comments. I love interacting with you guys and responding. A lot of you guys have great insight. And who knows, I might reach out to some of you guys and see if I can bring you on whenever we're doing a live show, if we're talking about your specific team, to kind of interact with you on a face-to-face basis, even if it is online through a streaming service, and we can chop it up about, your team. If you spent time watching this video anytime at all, thank you so very much. I appreciate you. If you can hit that like button for me, that is great help. Hit that subscribe button, join the Mose Knows fam, and then take 2 more seconds after you took the first 2 seconds to hit the subscribe button. Take another 2 seconds and hit that bell icon so that you can get notified when new content drops. After episode 8, we're moving on to episode 9, and you want to make sure you get that notification so you know when that video drops and when any other content drops right here at Mose Knows. Thanks so much for tuning in, and we'll catch you in episode 9. Peace.